Hello, everyone, and welcome to my presentation. My name is Liam Murphy, and today I'll be talking to you about COVID-19 and online education. COVID-19 is something that has directly impacted every single one of us as citizens, but even more so as students. Learning has transitioned in such a massive way for us that is almost unrecognizable to what it was a mere 18 months ago. I believe that students should be aware of both the positive and negative aspects of online learning has on a student. The articles I reviewed show that while there are several benefits associated with online learning, such as more freedom in your class schedule, learning at your own pace, and overall convenience, there are still drawbacks to it. The most notable being that you lose the ability to apply the material practically, and this could be a major issue for some types of learners or degree plans. Another notable drawback, taken directly from the Scholarship America article, states that 14% of students aged 3 to 18 do not have access to the internet at home. Because of this, online learning is completely out of the question for these students. I believe students should be aware of the pros and cons of online education so they can make more educated decisions when it comes to it and find potential ways to mitigate some of these issues. There are a few things that colleges can do to help assist learners with the transition to online learning that has become mostly mainstream due to the reality of COVID. Conversely, there are several areas in which colleges have fallen short and can change to make the situation better for both parties. The first and most obvious action colleges have taken is to transition several classes that are traditionally in person to now be accessible through remote means. This provides learners with more flexible ways they complete degrees and displays that the university itself is flexible when it comes to difficult situations. Another way in which colleges and universities have assisted learners during this time is through the introduction of virtual classrooms and implementing strict restrictions for courses that simply cannot be taken online. From the high impact educational practice articles, it states that one of the practices is participate in collaborative assignments and projects. Since COVID, I have noticed an increased amount of collaborative work as we now are spending time in virtual classrooms that then put us into breakout rooms and force us to communicate and problem solve together. Additionally, some classes have introduced more collaborative projects that utilize virtual means to complete. As I previously stated, there are several ways in which colleges can be more adaptive and assist their learners with the transition to online education. Fortunately, I feel that BSU has gone above and beyond these implementations and has been adaptable and proactive throughout the entire duration of COVID. From the article, we read exceedingly early in the semester the aims of education. Whitehead describes one of the objectives of education is to move learners from an area of what he calls generalization to an area known as precision. Whitehead is describing a process by which learners become so confident in their education and skill sets that they can perform at an extremely high level and produce results. BSU has been able to adapt to the changes of COVID and continues to produce learners who can perform at a high level even through non-conventional means, i.e. online classes. Nothing is perfect, so what can BSU do to improve? The first and most notable would be to try and find ways to bring practical application back into the classroom while remaining in an online environment. This is critical because some learners and degrees require some of the material to have a hands-on portion to fully understand the extent of the material. From the Emma Garcia article, she displays how online education lacks effectiveness, and the more time students spend out of the classroom, the less effective the overall education is, and similarly, lowering the chance to graduate. Now, with all this being said, I'm hopeful that we can take away some good information from the research and apply it to our own online learning experience in ways that have a positive impact on us. Thank you all very much for viewing my presentation, and I hope you all enjoy the short remainder of the semester.